would I be? Well, I've actually been down in Newcastle for a few days to visit family down there, which was fantastic. So a few days down there while Andrew held the fort back here. But got back Sunday night, Monday, and yesterday morning, just bam, into it. First thing, had to get this ready for sandblasting. And so we had to do a mad scramble to get everything off. So we always take the ID plates off, the VIN plates, whatever you want to call it. This plate was for the camper conversion, because the sandblasting will wipe out those very quickly. What else do we have to take off? All the glass, all the rubbers, all the latches, the striker plates, all the sliding door gear, side rails obviously to get the sliding door off. So basically we took it down as it is now, down to the sandblaster, and it now reveals all. If you wonder why the battery's sitting there like that, it's because for some reason these leads are like super long. So it was just, we had to pull the battery out of it to put it on charge. And yeah, long story short, with these leads that long, you can sit the battery there or just about anywhere and start it and drive it round. So we're keeping this thing mobile, so it's not a full restoration as such where you you know, pull out all the wiring, pull out all the everything. This is a partial, so we're going to make the body solid again. The mechanically it's great anyway, so we will paint the dash, get that freshened up. I'm getting the top of the dash sandblasted. That was a bit crusty around the edge. So let's have a look at the damage. So now let's start with the positive first. So positive, floors, fantastic condition. Like, I don't think we've had one in that didn't need patching, under the seats particularly. So there is a little bit of a repair there, a little bit on the step, which is pretty common. So that side floor is fantastic. Same thing here, step needs a bit of work. Definitely a bit of patching needed there. Floor in the back here is like super clean. All the factory seam seal is still there. There's a couple of extra holes drilled in there, but that's about it. This is a bloody great floor. So it looks like it had some ventilation there or something for maybe a fridge or stove or something like that. Anyway, so the gas cylinder's going, we know that. Yeah, so all the sills. So yeah, this gives you an example of how much we blast, right? So we do around the perimeter of everything because you don't want to be getting the blaster on there so much. And that smooth flat area is dead easy to prep. So you just get the grinder out with some coarse sandpaper and rip over it. Sorry about the bloody unkept look, you know, bloody, you know, it's one of those things. So it's just still tired from the weekend. Just haven't got around to shaving. I know that's just excuses, but yeah, it is what it is. It takes 5 minutes to have a shave, and I just haven't got that 5 minutes yet. So been quite busy since getting back. So yeah, that's all the good. That corner is bloody real good condition. This corner, not so good. So we can start looking at that. That's where it's had a big dent pulled out. It's just an area that's very difficult to panel beat. So we're going to get it better than that anyway, and weld up all those holes. And this here has been minced in. So we're going to pull out this housing and yeah, cut that section out. when you got folded metal like sheet metal like this, yeah, good luck trying to push that out with a hammer. So it's easier to cut it away, put fresh metal in there. And that's all something that we can custom fold up. So yeah, let's look at some more ugly now. So all the front's awesome, really good, but just this starts here, a little bit of minor, and then it starts to get worse. Becomes a bit more major, and then by the time you get around to here, it's Rico nasty. So that was a heavy rust area, and that's all been cleaned up. It could actually be panel beaded easy enough. So I don't know, still in discussion with Andrew as the best way of going about it, whether we just get those repair pieces like we put in Chile there. So it's just got the angle there, and you just weld that in across the top here. And then, you know, that would come up here. All right, that repair. And then you could just put another piece in over the top. Saves going. Yeah, I don't know whether we have to cut this whole area off here, because the rest of that is actually in really good condition until we get to about, yeah, to about here. It looks a bit mincemeat. So maybe we could just do a repair on it. So maybe it's going too crazy. So let's look at these gutters. That was definitely the sandblaster said, do you want the good news or the bad news? And he said the bad news are the gutters. So I'm thinking, well, we knew they were a bit rusty, but yeah, that's definitely a bit ordinary there. So what we'll end up doing is probably cutting away the gutter from here and welding in a new piece all the way to the end here. We'll patch this roof up here, and we'll, while the gutter's removed from there, we'll put a patch in there, get all the rust treated in behind there, and then yeah, you can see here where it's the bottom folded lip is, which is sort of separate. It's with these gutter sections, it's all a series of layers. So we'll, because this gutter's a bit rotten anyway, I think we'll just cut it out and remove it. This corner is actually good inside and out. There's no worries. But then you get to here and it's like, whoa, here comes the history. So the history is at some stage, this all looks OG, so that's definitely hasn't been messed with. But you get to the top here, so then you know that this top part, for some reason, was damaged. So this has been added in. You can see the welds across there, the welds across there. They actually haven't done a bad job. It's, the glass all came out of it okay, so it's like all the measurements are correct and there's no rust on that, so that one's fine. But this is, then it all goes to shit here, so that's pretty good welding there. So it's just this area there, like this here could do with a bit of a tidy up. But yeah, well, I think we'll just come across here, just remove the minimum and weld a piece in there, and then yeah, we'll make sure that all the gutters are good above it. So yeah, that's it. That's the Norma. That's all the surprises she was hiding for us. Like, and even a very common places in here, pretty much they all rust in here. And this one has a tiny little patch to put in there. It's really good. And let's check the other one. Even if the blaster's not doing fully underneath, I always get them to do the wheel arches. So here is the same. Look at that. Bit of old seam sealer and stuff to remove there from a few corners, but that's going to come up fine. So no rust there. That's pretty amazing, actually, I've got to say. So overall, a few dodgy areas, but pretty good overall. So how exciting is that? So whew, let me just say it, she's a little bit warm here today. So the repairs the rust repairs on chili are almost done. So then Andrew will be able to get stuck straight into this, and I can do a bit of body work on chili, and in between that and getting Kirk finished, and Moy Macy doing a bit more on that, and yeah, it's all coming along. So, but this is Norma. Yeah, we never blast the roof up there. That's got some house paint action happening, so I've still got a bit of work to do with the grinder, but just for now, because it's in bare metal, I'm going to get it epoxied like we have done with this stuff from Kirk, the drop sides, and you can see how much work needs doing there. So again, you got to weigh it up. A new set of these gates are available, like repo ones. They're never as good as the original, but the good ones are, yeah, $1,800 or something like that, and then you still got to prep and paint it. So we'll just work out whether it's worth it putting some hours into that. I think it is. Keep it all original. So you can see the outside of this, that side there is really good. Just a couple of little holes. But the outside of this one, it needs a strip all the way along. So yeah, it's funny how the gate on one side is different to the other. So anyway, that's an 11-minute video update of Norma. So that's exciting. I'm excited because you just feel like you're rescuing these old things, and they just need some love. Well, sometimes love is also dollars. Unfortunately, no one works for free, unless you're the owner and you're doing this sort of thing, and that's cool, but it definitely takes quite a skill set to do it. But it is doable. But just time, and everyone needs to get paid for their time. So we definitely keep it fair here. Probably, you know, really excellent value for money. But the thing is, it's once you start on it, that's the thing. As Chili's owner found out, it's like once you open that can of worms, you got to be able to deal with all the worms, and yeah, you end up. You just got to spend those dollars to get it solid, because a bus is only worth good money if it's solid. So that's where we're going to get it. So that's all for now. See you when I see you.